What's going on, everybody? It is Charlize Walker of Lisa's Business Enterprise here with another nonprofit knowledge tip. Today, I'm going to be telling you don't become dependent on grants. Ooh, I know that's going to scare somebody, but please don't become dependent on grants. Grants aren't guaranteed. Even if the funders like your organization and what you're doing, they're not guaranteed. Just because you write a grant don't mean you're going to get it. And I'm not saying have that state of mind or that frame of mind, but you can write in 100 grants and maybe come back with 5 or 6 of them. So, and even government grants can be pulled. I'm not trying to scare you, but I have heard some stories to make you not become dependent on it. So, government grants can be for, I've just heard some crazy stories. And just think about it. Even during, if you had an organization during the pandemic, like mine, and when the pandemic hit, funding had changed. So we didn't get a lot of grant fundings, or the funders said, oh, we're going to take our money and not fund workforce development. We're going to fund, the people that are doing food or racial diversity and stuff like that. So we actually get received some emails from grants that we had applied and said, okay, we're changing it. And even though you applied, we know you applied, we're not doing it. So I mean, just it's just stuff that happens. And then also what funders look for is sustainability. How are you going to sustain if the maker does not fund you? If we don't fund you, are you still going to be able to sustain? So they're looking at your mix of resources that is supporting your organization as well. So I'm going to be talking about a good one, two, three, four, five, 6 different ways. There are more, but I'm gonna hit 6 of them for you to kind of help you out and give you a different things that you can do to make sure your resources to help bring and generate revenue. So let's jump right into it. Number one should be, individuals. most most of your support really should be coming from individuals, and you should be able to make it easier from it. And I read about 65 to 70% of donations or funding came, I don't want to say funding, donations came from individuals. So make it easy for them to donate. Encourage the donors to give a monthly recurring donation, and optimize your donation forms that gives them an option to do just that. And send out special appeals at least once or twice a year, and at least one of those should be around the holiday season, because it is a given fact that more people, individuals, they donate during the holiday season. But again, make it to donate easy to donate in person. If they call and pick up over the phone, you should be able to do that by mail and online. Online, if you have a website, you better have a donate button on that website somewhere. Two is fees for service. You can increase your funding, your mix of resources for fees for service. One fee for service that we do is with our career services and consultations. We have our resumes, we have resume packages, we have cover letters, and with that fee for service, that way when someone pays for that service, it goes back into the organization. So you can do something like that if you have a service that you can turn into a fee. Now, I will say, when I first started our nonprofit organization, Professional Career Development Services, I did resumes for free. So that's when I changed that into a service. That's how I started in my org. So number two, which should be probably under number one, is board dues, board of director dues, member dues, member fees. Your board should be supporting your organization at 100%, because you should be bringing in at something. They should be contributed financially as their duty of loyalty and stuff like that. They should be contributing to your organization, because one thing they do is help financially and actually goes out into the community or use their networking resources and ask for donations, right? If you're not, they should be. One thing is, I would say, how can they ask other people for donation if they're not contributing? And then one thing, and I guarantee it, that if Your board is asking for donations. Someone is probably going to say, well, how much did you contribute? And if they say nothing, well, why should I contribute to your organization? You don't donate. So they should be contributing at 100%, something, whatever you agree to, and those bylaws. Okay. And the other thing is that a lot with these grant applications, they're asking how much is, I don't want to say they're asking how much, what percentage of your board is contributing to your organization. It better be 100%. So, number 4 is sponsorships. Try it, give it a try. Sponsorships is that the company that are sponsoring receives something in return for their contribution. Usually, this is the brand of awareness or and exposure to your nonprofit's audience in the interest that they're going to attract and gain new customers from your audience. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna give you this so I can get your clients or something, and maybe potentially help them, because usually they're like, oh, you can put the logo on here, you put it on here on this, something like that. And so sponsoring a nonprofit is also a chance for the company to demonstrate their corporate social responsibility and increase their public goodwill. So it's a win-win. So they look good and you look even better financially. The fifth one is events. Try to do an event. Like if you never did one, or try to increase your events. Maybe two or three this year. So what we try to do is we partner with restaurants and we do restaurant fundraisers. We do community events with other nonprofits. You can even do like a silent auction. Silent auction, you can get somebody to donate something, and you can auction it off, do an online event or something in-person event. You can sell tickets for an event, and that way they can bring in funds too. So, example, years ago we were going to do a pancake breakfast, and we were going to sell the tickets. We were going to maybe charge like 10, and maybe have people come in out, eat breakfast with us, get to know us and stuff like that. So that can be an idea. And then workshops. You can do workshops if you're good at something or something like that. What we used to do is a teen job prep workshop. We used to do it in person. We maybe go back. But we charged tickets. We sold tickets for teenagers to come to that workshop. We even invited the parents as well, too. So that is something that you're going to do. The last thing is selling merchandise like t-shirts, totes. I've seen people sell bracelets, earrings, different type of stuff, or you can sell different type of packages, whatever it is that aligns with your organization. That way, these are the ways that you can increase your mix of resources that is supporting your organization. Again, individuals should be most of it. Fees for services, your board of director dues, membership dues, sponsorships, events, and selling merchandise. Just remember to make sure everything or anything that you choose to do is in line with your mission. Create a plan, track your data, and report everything and review and stick with what works. Everything is not meant to be stagnant. I've said that before. Even though it may be a part of your plan this way, you might have to get rid of it this year, or stick with what I say, stick with what works. So hopefully that is helpful, and that helps you get a gain of trying to look for a mix of resources, and mix of and to support your revenue for your organization. If you need any help and you're just starting your nonprofit organization, what I'm good at is board governance. Or if you need to talk some ideas with me, definitely schedule an appointment with me on my website, or you can reach out to me directly via email.